Good evening. I hope it's a good evening. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. How's it going, zombie? Meep meep. Haven't played this game in years. You know, I always see, when I see meep meep, I always think of, whatchamacallit, the Muppets, Bunsen and, Meeper? I guess it's Meeper? Does he go meep meep? Does he just go meep? I don't know. I'm not filled with great confidence so far looking at this game and hearing this game. I mean, I guess the animation looks okay. It's all right. But I'm understanding that this may not be that great. So we'll see. I'm not sure my chat's working. Hopefully you can see me and hear me. I think we're streaming. Let me double check here. I like that Roadrunner screen that it starts out with. That's pretty neat. Sorry, I had a little mad scramble to get ready. Had kind of a busy day today. I don't know how you guys are doing. But my Wednesday has been very full. Full Wednesday. Alright, I'm going to double check that this is streaming. And I don't know if the chat's working. Because my last chat comment has been repeated multiple times on the screen here, and I'm not sure why it's doing that. But it's a cool day today, so hopefully there's no overheating issues going on. Cool. Michael, hi. Yeah, it says there's like 7 people watching, which is great. How you doing, Michael? Good evening to you. Thank you for coming by. All right. Roadrunner. Boy. So I'll be honest. I actually have been really curious about this game over the years. I'm not sure when it entered my collection or how I got it, but I've always been really curious about it, and yet not curious enough to actually put it into the Nintendo to see what it was like. So I don't know. Apparently this was a port from some other system. I didn't get to do a lot of research on this, but I think this game appeared on maybe the Atari or something. Hi, Emperox. Welcome. How are you doing? Let me know if everything looks and sounds okay to you guys. I don't know if this music's going to repeat over and over and over again. I tried to look up the controls a short while ago, and I think you just have like an A button. I don't know really what you do in this game. Hey, Adam. Not much going on. How are you? I have not made much progress this week on the writing project I have to finish, so we'll see how that goes. I can't get much done during the week after with my day job and whatnot. Yeah, my stream box is repeating a bunch. That's really strange. I'm gonna try to see if I can fix that. I don't know what's going on with that. I was wondering what was happening with that thing, but I will try refreshing it, and I wonder if that will do anything. Refresh cache of current page. Alright, that blanked it. Alright, we'll see if that does anything. There's always something going on. Always something. Alright, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to be an hour-long stream of Roadrunner, or I certainly don't imagine it being longer than that. But I have a backup game in mind. I started playing. I kind of have liked going through some of the Famicom games that I've been wanting to play, and some of the other games that I've been wanting to play. And I recently decided to try out Samurai Pizza Cats, which is can't say the Japanese name of it, but some of you might know it as Samurai Pizza Cats over here. And the game's actually pretty fun. It's not very challenging, but it's pretty fun. So I might play through that tonight. Hi, DJ Rudin. Let's do this. All right, let's do this indeed. I don't know if the chat's going to start working again or not. I tried refreshing the cache. I'm going to try refreshing the cache one more time. And we'll see if that does anything. And if not, we shall soldier on. So, hey, I think it's working. Solid Nate, did you, how you doing? Did you make, oh, no, it's repeating again. I don't know what's going on. Did you make it through Cobra Triangle, your no death run, your 4th attempt? All right, now it's repeating twice. So, and Zombie says this is a decent arcade port. Now it's repeating 3 times. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Streamlabs, what are you doing? What are you doing? Gonna try refreshing it again. I don't know. You did it! You did it! Congratulations! That game is a beast. Well done, and so are you. I will check out the archive. Congratulations. That is a tough game. That is a tough game. Cobra Triangle. So many people have been challenged to complete that game, and Solid Nate has done it without dying. That's just pretty impressive. Alright. I streamed that like years ago, and wasn't too excited with it. Phil Twerpin, hello, welcome. This happened in Mazen stream too, the duplicate chat. Something's got to be going on then with the servers somewhere. Something on the internet is not working the way it's supposed to be. Who knows? Anyway, thank you all for coming by. Welcome. If somebody's lurking out there who doesn't know who I am, thanks for coming by and spending some time with us. My name's Eugene. I write as EC Myers. My YouTube channel is EC Myers Vids. I generally play NES games every week. Sometimes I play other stuff. You might catch me playing Eternal Darkness one of these days. All right. So I'm just going to get started then, and we'll see how this is. So there's a seed meter, and I guess I need to run, and I guess I move, and I collect seeds. That's seeds. Oh, okay. That didn't work. He got me. Well, that was fast. Okay. I guess I collect seeds, and I guess, is that supposed to make me faster? I don't know what the seeds do. What do I do here? Am I supposed to dodge him? Whoa, there's a truck there? Oh, jeez. What the how am I supposed to even see those things coming? Oh, come on! I'm like all the way on the left-hand side of the screen. This is ridiculous. Oh no! What? What is happening here? Okay. Collect the seeds. I didn't really get to read the manual the way that I wanted to. Well, Wile E. Coyote wins. I actually always wanted that to happen at least, you know, once or twice in the cartoons. Oh, Acme Truck got me. And I got him too. Those are some really short trucks. Well, that's all, folks. Alright, good night, everybody. Collect the bird seed and void Wily. Okay, the demo made this look much easier than it appears to be. The cartoon also makes it seem like it should be easier. So true. Alright, I think we're just going to have to deal with the repeating chat. I'm sorry. I could take it off. I could just turn it off if it's too distracting and annoying. Alright, let's try this again. So, I can jump, but that doesn't seem to actually do anything. And I need to collect the seeds for what purpose exactly? To what end? I'm not sure what the jumping does. Oh, we got the music to play longer though, that's nice. There should be a special button just for saying beep beep. Oops. Okay. I guess when I press the jump button, I'm sort of beeping. Wow, the music just keeps going. It's not just an endless loop after all. What is happening here? Oh, did I win? Wait, what? Why did I stop? I was there at the end. I thought that was it. He just stopped walking at the end of the thing. Did I run out of seeds or something? Oh, geez, come on. Now it's like Battletoads territory. Well, maybe not. Not so much, but... Okay, I think the jumping makes him miss me. Or something like that. Alright, end of level 1. Special bonuses. Miss 7 birdseed. You got Wily 3 times. I couldn't read all that, game. Okay. Always rooted for the coyote anyway. Hey, Mac Van Helter, how are you? Can also have the car run him over. So if I have to kind of like lure him into the path of the car, I guess. Hey, David. My seed ran out. Okay, so that's why I'm collecting the seeds to keep going. Okay. Awesome. Alright, alright. Wow, the music just keeps going when it's on pause, too. And so I get jumping helps me dodge. Oh my gosh, what? Jumping helps me dodge the No, except when he's on the rocket. Okay. Oh, I tried to get out of the way. Okay, I see how this goes. Is there a way to... does this game have continues? I bet it does not have continues. Because why would it have continue? Oh, jeez. Alright, that's all, folks. That's nice. I like that. It's a little fast. Dang. Alright. Well, that's a game. Okay, there are no continues. Alright, so I gotta continue. I mean, I gotta... There's a shortcut. What? Really? I thought that was a trap. I thought that was a trap because that was totally something Wile E. Coyote would do. He would paint, like, shortcut, and then it would be, like, a brick wall or something, and you'd run into it. I can't believe that's actually a thing. Wile Elote. Alright, I wish I could grab that rocket instead. Oops. Oh, okay. No! Okay. No, can't grab it, okay. This is a problem. Oh boy. Alright, that's trickier than I expected. Alright. Alright, go, 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 go. Oh boy. Aha! Sneaky little coyote. Oh, look at that. Alright. You know what? That's kind of neat. Oh, he's got a pogo thing. Oh boy. Actually, kind of... I'm starting to like this. it's kind of cute. Like, it feels at least like it's tied to the cartoons in some way, you know? It's not totally, like, arbitrary or just kind of hacked together, I don't think. Maybe it is hacked together, I don't know, but it's kind of interesting. It's totally random, I don't know how to get out of the... Oh, no! Alright, at least I get to continue from there. Sort of haphazard. Oh, jeez, I got stuck in the terrain. That's alright, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, great, rocks. At least it's not anvils. I think that of all the Looney Tunes cartoons, the Wile E. Coyote cartoons are my favorites. Drank 0 lemonades. I didn't even see any lemonades. Alright, I'm pausing. Oh, okay, thanks, David. This game doesn't really look too bad. No, I'm starting to worm to it a little bit, DJ. I mean, Renaissance tweeted that this was a hidden gem. Hashtag hidden gem. Would it ruin anyone's childhood to know that actual Roadrunners are about the size of a chicken? No, I think I knew that. I kind of felt the same way about, like, kangaroos. I was kind of bummed that they're not, first of all, that they're not, like, human size and that they don't typically have boxing gloves. Cartoons, especially the Looney Tunes, really messed up my perception of what animals look like. Very underrated. You think it's a hidden gem? Because then Renaissance said he was kidding. And then Xanadude was like, no, this is not a hidden gem. But I'm starting to warm to it a little bit. Alright. See how it goes. It's and major points, it doesn't, oh no, it doesn't just repeat the same music over and over again. It's actually kind of nice. Oops, okay, it's like a maze. I don't like getting stuck on the train like that. Yikes! So that's how you get past him if he's, like, in your way. The jumping, I guess. Oh boy. Oh no, I didn't see how to get through there. Okay. guess maybe you have to memorize this. Jeez, don't get stuck. No, 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 no. Oh boy. Okay, keep going, keep going. I'm gonna run out of bird seed. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. How come he can run over the ground? Freaking Roadrunner should be able to run over the ground. Oh no. Ah. If you played the arcade game, you'll probably like it more. Hey, Hungry Gorilla, how are you? Strapped in and ready for fun. Have you played this before? Also, before I saw the game, I just assumed this game would have you play the coyote. Oh, that would have been interesting. Completed this on a rental. I had a blast that weekend. Gotta go fast. Hey, Steven. Welcome. Wrong franchise. It's because the Roadrunner can't see 10 feet in front of him. Yeah, that's a problem. Cody was the protagonist of the cartoons. Hey, Kamui, welcome. Thanks for coming by and saying goodnight. Get some good rest. Our schedules are unfortunately totally off, out of sync. This was a big part of your childhood. Cool. Why not make him the protagonist of the game? Well, I don't know. I mean, for Nightmare on Elm Street, there was one version of Nightmare on Elm Street where you were supposed to play Freddy trying to get the kids. I guess Nintendo nixed that one. Hey, Captain Algebra. Man, lots of folks popping in tonight. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I don't know where I got this cartridge from, but I've always been... Wait, was I actually running that whole time? I thought... I didn't realize... Okay. Did I just pause a track screen? I think I did. I don't know where I got this cartridge from, but I've had it for the longest time. I've always been kind of curious about it because I like the cartoons a lot. And at least the original ones. I know there's some, like, CGI abominations that have been out recently. Of all the Looney Tunes, really. But I just haven't ever tried it. I don't know. Pictured like all these anvils falling and cliffs you run into. I mean, I don't know. How many stages does this have, Zombie or Hungry? Folks who've played this one before. Alright, so where did that... There's the shortcut. Was that wasn't there. A shortcut to level 3. So wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. So, because that was not there the first time I played through, but I've been playing, and the shortcut will take me to the last stage that I made it to. Like the game remembers how far I made it, because that's kind of interesting. It's not a continue. The shortcuts might continue. That's really interesting. Do I want to know? I do want to know how many stages this has. It's not too much of a spoiler, is it? That's really neat, actually. Now I'm even more enthusiastic about this game. Oh, come on. His plans are not supposed to work. That's the fundamental problem here. So that's your answer, I think, about why Wile E. Coyote is not the protagonist of this game, because his plans never work. And to make a game where you're supposed to, first of all, succeed, like that wouldn't be true to the franchise. And then if they made it so that you constantly fail, that wouldn't be very rewarding, right? So you're supposed to, I think, win. You're supposed to beat him. Like that's just how it's supposed to go. I keep getting stuck on the land. Okay. You don't want to set people up for failure, right? Alright. So I don't know if there's any other usage for the jumping other than like getting away from him, because it doesn't even seem to be working very well. Hopefully less levels than Rampage. Oh geez, 178 days of avoiding Wile E. Coyote. Oh, don't stop there. No, come on. I mean, you're sort of collecting, to make it seem like Sonic the Hedgehog. You're sort of collecting rings to. You're not even going faster. You're just using the seats to keep going. Oh, darn it. Okay. Like, for the... Really? Well, it got me too. Really? Dang, okay. Look at that rock formation in the back there. Looks like it's supposed to be like a bird or something. I don't know. I have to say, like, it's pretty rudimentary, but hey, I made it. The graphics are kind of neat. Like, the sprites, they look like the characters. The backgrounds and everything are really cool. I'm kind of digging it. Coyote wasn't the villain. The Roadrunner's the invincible monster. The Coyote's the lovable protagonist. I mean, I rooted for the Coyote, but he is still destined to fail. That's his thing. It's like the Tricks Rabbit. When I was a kid, there was a contest, or there was a poll, I guess, like, send in a response. Do you want the Tricks Rabbit to succeed in getting the cereal? And I was like, yes, because, kind of rooting for the underdog, but also I wanted to see what would happen, There are way more than I'm probably hoping for. I warped to level 60 with the Game Genie as a kid with infinite lives and made it to level 100. It keeps going forever. Oh no, Hungry, no. No. But then, oh, hey BFG. And Thoughtless, how's it going? But then how do you win? Like, what's the win state considered? Do you have to just keep going? Oh, does it loop? Dang. You remember that Tricks thing, DJ? The Trick Rabbit thing upset you as a child. Sisyphean hero, and yet in his eternal striving, he also represents the infinity of hope. In the end, we must imagine Sisyphus happy. Advertised Saturday morning cartoons or something. Yeah, they made an ad. They just made a commercial that showed him winning, I believe. The original arcade version of this game is supposed to be a Laserdisc game. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Let's see what happens after that level 4. Okay. I mean, if it just loops like Balloon Fight or something, then I don't know. I don't know how long I'm going to stick with that. If I make it out of here. Alright, but that continue function is very much appreciated. Thank you, Tenjin, or whoever made the arcade game, which I'm not sure if that functionality is in the original game. What is that? Oh, he's got a little helicopter that can shoot things! No! No, 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 nope. Nope. Oh boy. Okay. Wow, Acme's really setting him up today. Oh. This stuff is working the way it's supposed to. Alright, come on, keep going. You're almost there. You're almost there. Oops, missed the seeds. Gotta get the seeds. Gotta get the seeds. Gotta keep moving. Wow. The hitboxes are okay. Like, I could see a game where... Oh, and I ran out of seeds. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Sorry for being cryptic, not sure how much I want to know. Oh, that's fine, thanks. I appreciate you erring on the side of caution there. Oh, I made it to the thing. Alright, we'll see if I can continue from 4. Alright, other arcade games of the era had warps you could take for more points or such. Interesting. Gotta get to my own sponsor. Road maintenance budget. Do I have questions? No, I think I'm okay for now. I think the jumping mechanic, bonus life awarded as well. That's pretty cool. The jumping mechanic, I'm assuming, is just to get by Wily, like if you're stuck with him. Oh, that's mud or something. Okay, I didn't even touch them last time. All right, because I don't see the jumping function doing much else. I guess I could probably use it to dodge the missiles, maybe. I don't know. No, that doesn't work. Okay. Okay. Fine. Also, who made this game? Like, who made the original game? I think I missed that bit. If it was on the title screen. I know this is Tenjin, so I'm assuming it was an Atari game or something, but I could be wrong. Like, these are not the most... Oh, crap, I missed that seed. These are not the most horrible levels. They're all fairly short. So, it's not that onerous, I think. I also appreciate that. They almost feel like little mini-games. What? Oh. No? Okay, hold on. What? You're supposed to jump over the thing? Oh my god, why? Now I see what the jump button's for. Oh my gosh. Was there actually a rival for Acme? Did I pick up any Super Mario Galaxy 2 tips last night? Just play better, I guess. I mean, I didn't study your strategy. You just seem to do things faster and better. So I should just play the game more, I think, and just get good at it, right? Yeah, those jumps are tricky. That first one looks, you gotta get basically falling. Oh no, it's closed. No, why? My precious continue is lost. Why? That means I have to start all over again. How many continues do you get? What the heck? That ain't cool. Now my goodwill towards this game is souring. I'm a little bit disturbed now. You have lost points with me. Tension. Oh. I can't see those things coming. I really can't see them coming. Okay. I can't believe I lost my continue like that. Oh. The spin jump would have helped me immensely. Oh, yeah. Always forget about that thing. Whoops! Whoop! I also forget that. I used to forget in Super Mario Galaxy, the first game when I played it, I would always forget about the long jump. And so there were a lot of jumps that I didn't make because I forgot. And then I had a hard time implementing it. Man, I can't believe I lost my continues. That is a bummer. So this was Atari, huh? I feel like there was a rival for Acme. If not in the original cartoons, then certainly in the in like Tiny Toon Adventures, there must have been a rival. Oops. I just love those Acme deliveries where you send away for something and you get it back immediately. That's always neat. Let's get a pogo. Not really sure how to dodge him effectively. Or how many seeds I need in order to keep moving. Now rocks are coming. How did I run out of seeds? I was like right there. How does that work exactly? Got him. I like that the hazards can get him just as well as they can get you. Ajax, right? Maybe I'm thinking of Tom and Jerry, right? Kind of like Amazon. The rivals to Acme Luniversity, I believe it was Zombie. It was Perfecto Prep. That's right. That's right. Would I like to know how the seeds work? Yes. I mean, I'm assuming that they're in the manual. I didn't have time to read the manual. I had to get the kid to bed tonight, and I was moderating a reading on YouTube because I'm the only person who knows how to use YouTube, and I'm the only person who has a YouTube creator's account or whatever. So I was asked to moderate an event. Yeah. RTFM. I mean, I could just pause and like look at the manual, just pull it up real quick as well. I probably should do that. I normally do try to read the manuals as much as I can. I missed the seeds, that's a problem. Oh wait, hold on, I think I get it. So he's got a seed meter, and he's eating the seeds, and if he gets all the way to the left, then he's out of seeds, and so I have to keep collecting seeds? Is that how that works? Okay, it's in the manual. So every seed pile you miss, you move down 1 notch on the seed meter, so you can only miss 4 or 5 until I get stuck. Okay. He is not going to bed easier these days, Captain Algebra. He is not. We need to work on that. Read the freaking manual. Oh, okay, thanks, BFG. I was very delighted. I caught Chinese Hulk's stream this afternoon of Symphony of the Night. And the whole beginning part of his stream, he was just reading through the manual. And he's got a wonderful voice, so it's also cool to like I'm happy to listen to him read a manual. But it was also really heartwarming to see him reading the manual before playing the game, which I think everyone should do. Beep, beep, Mazin. Hey, John Early. He is very pleasant to listen to. I wish I could catch his streams more often. He's also sometimes playing games that I still haven't played through yet. Read that for my streams, read the manual for my streams. I do that sometimes if there seems to be like an interesting story to it. And thank you. Shortcut, please. I still need to play Symphony of the Night all the way through. Having seen everyone playing it of late, oh no. I'm kind of thinking about it at some point soon. I've got many, many games to play, of course. Oh. Oh. Alright, so I can't miss too many of them. That helps me immensely. Thank you, Hungry. Thank you very much. So I don't know if some of you folks here tonight pretty much I think are only on YouTube, but if you are also watching streams on Twitch, I highly recommend you check out Hungry Guria's streams. She plays a lot of retro games, I think always pretty much on original hardware. She is delightful to watch and delightful to listen to. She just made affiliate on Twitch, which is pretty fantastic. Oh man, I'm doing really poorly here. And last I saw, Hungry, you were playing Symphony of the Night. I don't know if you've moved on from that or not, since Symphony was doing very well for you. Symphony also seems like one of those sort of eminently replayable games, where even if you know everything that's going on, you can still get into it and enjoy it. And there seems to be a lot... Oh no, I was right there. There seems to be a lot of nuances to it, and a lot of intricate details to it to discover. Yes, hey, Old Dirty. A bunch of talented people in here tonight, for sure. Yeah, you had the same problem with your chat box? I don't know what's going on with that thing. I tried refreshing it a couple times, and it just kept doing the same thing over and over again, so... I don't know what's happening there. Symphony of the Night is a 200% game, yep. See, I've been spoiled on a lot of the big stuff in Symphony, but that's okay. It's my own fault for not finishing it. Yeah, Thoughtless, it's, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but once you finish the game, you can then continue playing the game and essentially play like an entirely new game. They usually call it a New Game Plus, and in that game, they have like a really interesting, unique way of doing that, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, most of the folks here have YouTube channels. I think mostly YouTube here, yeah. But and yours did this too, Old Dirty? I don't know. So I think it's got to be a Streamlabs issue or something going on with YouTube. Finish Symphony. So Hungry has, I don't know if you're still doing this, Hungry, but Hungry, you can see her icon is a little meat stick. She has a thing called Meat Stick Mondays, where she's playing through games that all, like, the unifying theme is that they all have a meat stick in them in some way, in some fashion. And that's pretty genius. I mean, that's basically a great way. Like, it's hard to figure out what you should play, I think, because there's so many different games to settle on something, and I think figuring out, like, what your unifying theme is going to be can help. And that's why I do these streams on Wednesdays, my NES collection. Just do them in alphabetical order, alphanumeric order. Not many numerals in the titles, though. So that just, like, narrowed things down, because then if I'm just like, oh, what out of the entire pantheon, if that's even the right word for this, games should I play this week? Yeah, I don't know. But hey, the alphabet says I should play Roadrunner next, so here we are. Darn it. I'm not doing as well this time around. Okay. This one in particular is very tricky because you just kind of go down these, like, blind paths, and it's very hard to get past the coyote in time. I guess I have to wait until he... Oh, okay, that didn't work at all. Okay, nope. Darn it. It's alright. So, okay, this seems okay, actually. I was prepared for crap, really. But, you know, I feel like there's, like, maybe a slight perception from folks that these unlicensed games are bad. You know, because they're not licensed. But also just because, you know, it's hard for them to match up with the quality of the arcade games that they were ported from, I suppose. But so far, the Tengen games, the Tengen ports that I've played have all been pretty good, for the most part. Streamlabs issue, Mazen. Meat Stick Mondays will be coming back soon. Yeah, it looked like it was on hiatus. Left off partway through Final Fantasy Legend 2. That's going to be tricky to get back to, right? I have a hard time playing RPGs and then stopping them and then trying to come back to them and figure out what I was doing and just picking up the momentum again. Yeah, Genesis A to Z. You always know what you're playing on Friday. Didn't you rip that idea off from me, Captain? Or did I inspire you? Yeah, it's a good system, I think. And then the other streams that you do, you just play through. Like, I like playing a longer form game on some of the other streams so that I'm constantly kind of chipping away at something. And then if I'm doing other streams during the week, it's just like whatever the heck I feel like playing. When I say unlicensed, you mean Atari didn't have the Looney Tunes license, or just that it was Tengen and not approved by Nintendo? The latter, Mike. Yeah, it's a unlicensed cartridge. So that's why if you saw the picture of the cartridge that I tweeted earlier, it's a black cartridge, which definitely was not approved by Nintendo. It doesn't even look like their games. And I just let him catch me there. The tricky thing with these Tengen games is I was not even sure the game was going to work. Because like I said, I've never played it, and I tried cleaning it. But I can't clean the games the way I normally would clean a Nintendo game, because I usually open them up and then I use an eraser to scrub the pins, and then oh boy, I'm in trouble here, I need some seeds. And then I use alcohol on it. That didn't work. But the Tengen games, you can't really open them as easily. I think they just take normal screws, but one of the screws is hidden under the sticker, like under the back label, and I don't want to pierce that if I don't have to, so I didn't open it up. I just used a 1-up card and some alcohol, basically a cotton swab, and some alcohol to clean it. And wow, I'm doing really badly here. And I mean, I get past level 4. And I just kind of hope that it would work, and lo, it works. Games tend to work a little bit better in the retro USB AVS anyway, just because the pins are a little bit tighter. But sometimes I run into problems. Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm really not gonna make it. Okay. There's gonna be some cannons. We missed him. Got him. Okay, great. That should buy me a little bit of time. That did not buy me any time at all. Come on. I thought that was going to buy me some time. Okay. Zombie, that's impossible. No one can give more than 100% by definition, as most anyone can give. Kept good track of where you stopped off, at least. It should be okay. Yeah, I had to get... I was playing Oracle of Ages on the Zelda Oracle of Ages back in the day, and I played it, and then I took like a few months off, and I couldn't remember what to do, where I was. I had to go buy a strategy guide, only to read like the section that I was in to refresh my memory of what I had done before, so I could get back on track with the game. Did I choose Genesis, Cap? Okay. I want to play more Genesis this year. I will definitely do more of that. Hello, Down Phoenix. You enjoyed this game? Yeah, seems like this game has a lot more fans than I thought there would be. Yeah, Zombie makes a good point that the Tetris Tengen game. And if you don't know anything about that, I highly recommend you check out Norm, the game historian. And he did a fantastic mini documentary on the whole Tetris story. It's really good. Alright, I'm hopefully still have to continue. I don't know, I may not. I may not. Let's see. It's closed. Okay, I gotta start all over again. I guess maybe you get like 4 continues, something like that. Oh, you know what? It looks like your game's over when you get to that high score screen, although if I don't make it to the high score, then maybe not. Okay. Looks like it's just kind of built in that you have 4 continues. I think it's 4. Something like that. But it's kind of neat that that's just kind of hidden there as a... Oh, I got him. You'd think that would slow him down more, but no. I hate you, Acme. Why are you helping this coyote? This is interesting because it's just like it's a little bit more involved than say Pac-Man, you know, like Pac-Man. As much as I enjoy Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, and all that stuff, like it's very repetitive. Like I've never just been into just like games where you're supposed to just get a better score, which are typical arcade games, really. But this has some of the same elements as Pac-Man, but much more involved, like the fact that you can trap the coyote that way, the way that these levels are kind of updating. I really hope I can get past 4, because I want to see what happens. Oh, okay. Also, I'm playing this longer than I thought I was going to be playing it, because it really looked like it was not going to be good. I didn't even see any lemonades. I don't know what's going on with the lemonades. See, I would read the strategy guide to figure out where I'd been, only to realize that I missed a bunch of stuff and I'll just start over anyway. I wouldn't read the whole thing. I would just read like that one section there. Oh, thank you, BFG. It's unfortunate what happened to Alexei after Russia claimed Tetris, but it was to be expected. Since Tetris was a government project, yeah, you know, it's true, but, you know, I feel like kind of worked out for him in the end, right? I don't think he can complain now. The most unfortunate thing that happened to Tetris is that episode of Captain N the Game Master, where they went to Tetris World. Although it's kind of cute in how weird and dorky it is. I wish I could collect that pogo stick and use it against him. Alright. Oh, okay. Let's keep you on your toes for sure. I just have to memorize these stages. Holy cow, okay. Oh no, I ran out right there. I ran out. Come on. Alright, fine. Be like that. Oh, did he get stuck in the wall? I think he did. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, bummer. So, Cap, I was just listening to, I listened to Retronauts. I don't know if you ever listened to that podcast, but they did an episode on Back to the Future. First talking about the movie, and then talking about the games that were based on the movie. and they were talking about the LJN game and pretty much bashing it. And you'll be happy to know that as I listened to them, I was like, no, you're wrong. You don't get it. You're wrong. They were maligning it. So you've properly made me see the light, or you've brainwashed me. It definitely has a worse rap than it deserves. Gotta get those seeds or else paralysis. Man. Yeah. It's kind of a bummer that that's the end. Okay. Keep going. Go on the continue. Shortcut. Okay. Bonus life awarded. I really like that. That is a sort of a hidden mechanic there. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Darn it. Gotta steer better. I wonder if I'd do better with like an arcade stick or something for this. Man, okay. Yeah, I'll also say like the game is controls pretty smoothly, aside from getting stuck on things, like, which is all me. It's not. I mean, I feel really slow. Like the Roadrunner feels pretty slow for what he is and what he's doing. But I still don't know how he can traverse the terrain like that. But yeah, it feels, very functional. Very functional. Right, come on. Go. I just have to memorize this freaking level. Okay. It's like memorizing the turbo tunnels. I wish I could see farther ahead. And then the seeds aren't even guiding me. They're hidden all over the place, so you can't really tell where you're supposed to go. Why are the seeds even glowing like that? Like, what is that? Normally, I would think that the seeds were like a trap. Wasn't he always using birdseed to trap the Roadrunner? Nuts. Okay. Thanks for the support. I actually am kind of interested in collecting more of the LJN games, I might want to get a collection of them all. And then Nintendo had a really strong grip on their copyrights and who they allowed to make games. Yeah. Yeah, I have the Tengen Tetris, and it's also pretty good. Megadam mentioned he was in a game store, and someone mentioned they didn't want to try a game because it was by LJN. I really hate that LJN has such a bad rap that people won't even try the games. I actually tried to buy... So I ordered a few... Sometimes I would just go on some of the websites that I follow that sell games, and I just look through their collection of games at $10 and under, just to kind of build out some of the library. And I tried to buy a copy of Alien 3 on the NES, but I got an email back saying that they were closed because of COVID-19. They just couldn't ship anything. And I was like, why is there nothing on your site that says that? Like, I put this whole order in, and I actually was kind of excited to get these games. And I actually also ordered, they had Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for like $10, which is probably more than you really ever want. You shouldn't want to buy that game. You shouldn't pay much for that game. That's actually a pretty good price for that game. I was like, all right, I will buy this, because I once borrowed that game as a kid, and I had no clue what to do with it. And so it has some meaning to me, and I want to try it. And I think the cartridge is just an interesting thing. Like, and I still have been collecting some cartridges that way that I can keep the stream going. One day I will run out of NES games that I haven't played, unless I keep getting some. So anyway, I was kind of bummed that the order was canceled, and looking forward to playing that Alien 3 game. I looked up reviews of it, and it was, they say it's not as good as the 16-bit counterparts. But I was also surprised at how many LJN games there are, really. Darn it. Alright, if I can lure him into these... Yes. I might make it. Oh god, no. Oh, darn it. That's alright. If I continue from here, I'll make it. Go. Alright. Oh, hey, Megadan. Speaking of you just now. Alright. Alien 3 looks pretty good on NES. Yeah, I think it looks neat. 26 LJN games. Yikes. I don't even know how many I have already. Interesting. What was Down Phoenix saying about... I missed his comment here. Alien 3 is very good, but Genesis is basically the same with better graphics and music. Okay. Except I don't have a Genesis. I think I loaded it on the Mini, though. Oh, my chat is stuck here. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's see how we do here. Have you played this one, Megadan? Oh, crap. Okay. Yikes. Mud. Oh, that's a little helicopter, but it kind of looks like the Enterprise. Like an upside-down Enterprise. Darn it. Oh, and then I have to get to that jumping spot again at the end there. This music sounds like a square dance. Darn it. Alright. Let's see if I can continue here. I don't have a Genesis. I don't have a Genesis. Cora has a Genesis. I just don't have it hooked up to anything. It's still in a box. And I have the Retron 5. But yeah, no, I never owned a Genesis. Genesis games always tend to play faster. Huh. Oh, you have TNG for that too. Is that the Futures Past one? Yeah, I've loaded that on the Mini as well, and the Super NES one. I need to play those at some point. I think there's a Deep Space Nine game as well, but it's not very good. I saw something once about there's two different versions of the Deep Space Nine game. Oh, okay, so it's not the number of seeds that I'm catching, it's that I can't miss them. Because I keep thinking, oh, I've collected enough of them. Surely that's good enough. So it's kind of like you're collecting those pellets in Pac-Man, but then you've also got this, like, very well-armed ghost after you that you can trap. I still didn't make it. I can't miss them all. Because I would have thought I would have made that. I wasn't actually paying attention to the speed meter, so... I need to, though. Alright, collect that. Collect that, collect that. Oh, this thing blew up. Whoop! Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Good grief. Whee! We made it! Missed 5 bird seed. Got Wily 0 times. Okay, here we go. Level 5. Looking a little bit like level 1, perhaps. Making a note of that on my Krampus list. Echoes of the past. Okay. Mostly Shining Force 2 a lot. Oh, thanks, Hungry. Who built a road that just goes through a series of pillars and pitfalls? Warner Brothers, I guess. Alright, let's see what happens here. So, I'm collecting these things. Oh, cars are coming out early. The thing is closed. What the heck is this thing? Oh, it's a bomb. Great. Thank you. Oh, no, no. Oh, wow, I was able to get out of it. Okay. Wasn't sure if that was possible. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Got him. Uh-oh. Keep going. Don't touch the bomb. Get out of the truck. Okay. Man, so Wile E. Coyote left landmines for me. That's charming. Oop! Oh, darn it. I was feeling all proud of myself for getting the coyote there. And then I blundered into a mine myself. Fool was I. Alright, got him there. Oh, get the thing. Get the thing. So this is kind of a harder version of the first stage there that I played already. Oh. Get the... Oh, thank you. Oh, nuts. Seriously starting to wonder about the local Department of Transportation. The level ending screen was awarding points for jumping over the mines. Oh, interesting. It's closed. Alright, I don't know. How much more we're gonna do with this? Oh gosh, no! But, okay, it's more compelling than I expected it would be. I'm not displeased with this game. Didn't get him there. Okay. I mean, is there any point actually in going slow? Because it's not like I'm running out of birdseed just by like walking, right? It's not a timer-based thing. I mean, obviously he's chasing me the whole time, but it seems like some of those sections I could actually go a little bit more slowly to see what's coming. Not when he does this. Not when he does that. That's kind of annoying. What triggers that, I wonder? Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm impressed that this game has kept your attention this long, but it's not bad. Yeah, right, Michael? I kind of like it when that happens. Like when I played Mappy Land, I kind of went into it thinking that it wasn't going to keep me interested for very long because I'd only played a little bit of it as a kid. But I ended up like finishing the game. Like it was what, 4.5 hours, I think. I think Adam was there for the whole thing. And I was just kind of like strangely compelled by it. So some games just keep my interest. I don't know. I played any of the Wario Land games. The Game Boy, yeah, I need to play. I think I haven't played. I don't know if I ever finished 3, but I haven't played 4 yet, and I picked that up about 1.5 years ago. So I think at this point I might just replay all the Wario Land games because I don't know them very well. Like the ripped-off classical music score. Yeah, you know, if it's in the public domain, then it's fair game, right? Sometimes even if it isn't in the public domain. Good way to get some cheap game music. I mean, somebody still had to code this. Like somebody had to program the music. But it's not bad. It's not a bad rendition, and there's a lot of it. Like it's just different versions of it, so, of different songs. So yeah, I'll take it. Well, I got stuck. Okay. That hateful little labyrinth. Alrighty. I mean, Renaissance was joking about this being a hidden gem, but I could see him being totally, like, into something like this. I mean, he played through Superman, which I admit I do want to play through at some point. He played Dragon's Lair, which, like, you know, Megadan went through that, and I didn't think anyone would ever have the patience to do that. But then Renaissance did it, too. Catch that pesky roadrunner. Hey, Christopher Pico, how are you? From Americana. Alrighty. sure are wily, Coyote. Whee! I gotta remember how to get through here, but I gotta keep getting those seeds as well, so... Who knew that the Roadrunner was such a seed demon? Whoop. Oh, nuts. Finally off work. Oh, thanks, David. Congratulations. Shortcuts. I'm definitely curious about the arcade version of this now. Trying to figure out how to get past him when it seems like I might be stuck. Oh, I missed it. I'm just gonna go. Oh, crap. Nope. Oh, boy. I mean, so far this is better than Cobra Triangle. Wait, is that true? Cobra Triangle is a pretty interesting game, though. It's very ambitious. Oh, man. Okay. It's hard because it requires you to be good at so many different kinds of games. And some of them are more difficult than others. Alright, I'm just gonna have to get better at these little stages. Oh. Alright. Wow. Really poor there. So I keep getting those rocket skates. Watching Mega, Dan, and Ren playing through some of these games makes me realize how not good I am at games despite loving them. Same, Michael, same. Arcade version must have been a real quarter muncher. Cobra Triangle was pretty fun. Captain Algebra broke the chat. Yeah, you know, I mean, I think I can get the games done most of the time if I stick with them, but I'm not inherently good at them. Rocket Boots happens because he goes off the edge of the screen. Huh. That's interesting. So if I don't let him go off the screen, he won't get Rocket Boots. Is that right? So is part of the challenge like needing to keep him on screen at the same time? Well, he's going to get a helicopter in a second. So never mind that. Like, there may not necessarily be any reason to speed through here, because I'm just trying to dodge these things and make sure I get the seeds, right? Anyone can beat any game if they put the time in, some just beat games faster. I think that's probably true. I think that's true. Like, I'm definitely going to make more of an attempt at Contra, and from what I've played with Contra and Super C, you know, I just have to memorize the stages, and I've gotten better at it than I've ever been. I just haven't stuck with it long enough to get through the whole game, but it's on my list. Even like Dragon Spirit took me forever to get through it, but get through it I did. Okay, so yep, so he got those rocket skates as soon as he went off the side of the screen there. That's an interesting challenge, to stay enough ahead of him that he can't catch you, but not so far that he gets the rocket skates. Thanks for the tip, Michael. Hey, Omega Ace. Thumb Raid. Hey, Wrestling with Games. Thank you for the thumb raid. Is it I don't give a thumb? So I'm just gonna kind of take my time here. I know that's not really working as well as I thought that would. Yeah, okay. I think Renaissance is streaming tonight. He's doing King's Quest 3. And that's pretty cool. Like I like watching him play through those games. But Renaissance also just launched a Patreon to hopefully get some support for his art and his music. He's a very talented guy. He does art, he does music, he plays really hard video games. So if you got like a couple dollars to spare every month, want to help somebody further their dreams, I would check out his Patreon. I think his channel is... Oh, right, okay. What the heck is his Patreon channel? If somebody knows it and wants to link it in the chat, that would be great. It's like Renaissance Art? I think it's Renaissance Art, but you spell it like the Renaissance, like his channel. So that's not particularly helpful. Excuse me. Hey, I don't give a thumb. Thanks for the raid. How are you doing? What were you playing tonight? Beep beep. Date, wife, wait, what? Wrestling game, captain, date, hey, wife, at home with the kids. Yay, level 5, we're back. Yay, Mike Van Helder. Here we are again. Oops. That's okay, got him too. So I'm supposed to jump over the mines to get extra points. Like, I don't really care about points, but if it's gonna somehow give me like a bonus life or something, get out of the... Ah. Okay. Oh, right, okay. I need to not let him get those shoes. Get those skates, rather. So I need to keep him on the screen. Whoop! Oh, he passed over it too. Okay. I don't know if you get extra lives if you get extra points or anything like that. Oh, okay, I screwed up there. Oh no. Nuts. Defeated Contra 3 hard mode. Dang. Well done. Yeah, watching Mazin play games. Watching Omega Ace. Oh wait, hold on a second. Oh, that's it's Lives 5, not level 5. Okay. Yeah, you guys are really good gamers. I am very persistent. That's what I have going for me. I'm persistent and patient. Okay. Have the new arrivals played this game before or seen this game in action? It is quite the thing. Whoop. Okay, fine. That's... You know, it's also interesting because you're going like left to right, which is, I mean, right to left rather, which is not typical in video games. So that's an interesting choice right there. So don't let him get too far back, because then he's going to be too fast and nigh invulnerable. Oh crap. It's interesting mechanics going on here. I'm not quite sure, like, I think he jumps, if you hold the jump button down, he jumps a little bit longer. Something like that. Do you see lemonade anywhere? They keep saying like lemonade. I don't see lemonade anywhere. Oh, shoot, I screwed up. See? Can't let him get those rocket shoes. Becomes too powerful. Oh, I almost walked into that one. Sorry, I know the controller's loud. Alright, level 6. Next time, gotta do hard mode 1cc. Jeez. Thank you, Mazin. Something really satisfying about watching the coyote walk into this mines. Absolutely, Michael. Hoisted by his own petard. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see now. Oh, see, it's a little bit trickier here because... Oh, why did I walk into that thing? I thought it was a birdseed for a second, that's why. Totally spaced on that one. Really have no choice but to jump over that. I don't want to be up there. Gosh. This is getting trickier here. Oh, walked right into his arms. Or his face. This is very, very interesting. Oh, no. Nope. Okay. Took a crash course, almost caught up. Wall meat is next. Alrighty. Yeah, he's got the thing now. He just got the rocket like right away instead of getting the rocket shoes. Well, okay. So you get the rocket shoes and then he gets the rocket. All his Acme stuff is just working flawlessly here. Wile E. Coyote has really stepped up his game. Please be open. No! Nuts. Okay. Watching him zoom is making me crack up. Oh. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Michael. It does a good job of capturing some of the goofiness of the cartoon. Like, it has a little bit of the personality to it. So it's not just a complete, like, you know, knockoff. It's not like they just... It's not like a Crazy Castle game where they just slap some sprites onto some other game and it could be anything, you know. It's interesting. Asking for double bagging. You gave... I don't give a thumb a crash course on inside jokes from 5 channels. How do you beat this game? I think Hungry says you don't. I think she says it just keeps going. But there's like some sort of win state, I guess. I think maybe at some point it doesn't, it just keeps repeating and it doesn't change, and at that point probably you've beaten it. Right, as I'm getting a better sense of the mechanics, I think I can improve on the earlier levels, and then hopefully end up having more lives for the later stages. Like, I'm not trying to beat this oh, nuts. I'm not trying to beat this tonight. I'm not sure how much longer I'll play it, honestly. Because I think we've gotten the gist of it. But I could see myself playing this from time to time. All those Acme trucks making their deliveries, I guess. Oh, I'll let him get his rocket shoes. And then maybe the best thing to do, if you can, is just, like, avoid him for a little while so it runs out and you don't get stuck in some, like, area that he can just zoom over. think I would call this a hidden gem, but it's certainly... where do I get lemonades from? That must come in later on in the game. That must be like a later on thing. Okay, cool. I don't give a thumb. And it's music, though. Doubt I'll ever know Death Run Contra 3 hard mode. I was about to ask, I don't give a thumb, like what his setup was like, but then he's not here right now. I'm just interested in like setups that you have to like set up and break down, because I've tried to make it. I have a dedicated station in the basement for my CRT and some consoles with like an older capture card. But I mostly stream upstairs on the HD TV, you know, with these consoles and the fancier, capture card. But that requires setup. Like I have to set up the camera, I have to plug in the microphone, and you know, I've streamlined things a little bit so that it's not as hard to set up. You know, I just have to, oh boy. Just have to plug a bunch of things into my hub and then plug that into the computer. So I've tried to make it as easy as possible. I've considered not using a camera, just because it would make things slightly easier, faster, I guess. But only a little bit, and I think I like having a camera. Jeez. But Renaissance stopped using a camera, and although I miss it, you know, it's still the same stream, still entertaining. Not really quite sure on how to dodge him. I think I just need to stay clear of him there. And actually, I would like to see... Hey, Jeff Good Gamer! How are you doing tonight? I was gonna say, I'd like to see your setup, Omega Ace. Like if you want to if you take a picture of your setup sometime. I'm just curious about how you stream. I like seeing people's setups, like seeing the other side of the camera. You know, it's I like seeing people's game rooms. I don't really have a game room per se. Got a room where I keep the games, but they're not out for display or anything like that. And I rarely play down there unless I'm playing on the NES or streaming or something. That's where my N64 is, though. So if I start streaming some stuff there, that's where my SNES is. So when I do Donkey Kong Country, I'm going to stream down there. Because I want to do that one on hardware since I got a physical cartridge of it. I ran out of Steam there. Good, I'm glad you're doing okay. Yeah, please do. You could just like tweet it or something. I've got a pretty messy setup too. Bit tough for you to set up down the line. Yeah, no, I'd love to see that. It's tricky for me because, like, yeah, this is a common area. My son uses a space. My wife uses a space, so I can't just leave things plugged in all the time. That's why I've got things set up so that I can just set things up pretty quickly. I've got my camera nearby. Microphone. I'm gonna do a no death run of Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, you sent me the bare minimum. And once you have your own space, you have a lovely background. Cool. Are you setting up a new space in your current home, or are you planning to move soon? Oh, I screwed up the rocket shoes there. Okay, let's see. How do I avoid this guy? Been out of your apartment for 3 months. Still paying you, but looking after my folks who are in the best of health. I'm sorry to hear that, but that's really great of you to do that. I certainly know that's a choice that a lot of people have had to make. And my wife and I have also had to deal with our parents being in kind of poor condition and try to figure out the best thing to do for them. But we're kind of far away, and it's really hard to put our own lives on hold, you know, for them. And they can usually do okay on their own, but You know, it's a tough choice for everyone. I have a bunch of statues and games are displayed in the background. Since I use the living room, I have a mobile desk. I will whenever I stream. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. That's a neat idea. I mean, it's kind of like those TV carts. Some people have like a PVM on a TV cart that they stream with, that they just play games on. Not doing great there. I feel like I've shared it before. I can find some pictures of it. Whoops. Oh, I messed that one up. Okay. But I can look for them and also take a picture of the setup that I have going on, like right now. I like my CRT setup. It's pretty minimalist, but I have a whole bunch of gaming and movie posters in your apartment. Cool. We haven't really decorated very much. We've been really bad about decorating. Why do I keep letting him get those rocket shoes? Because I'm not paying attention, that's why. I keep going down that blind little alley there. It's not really an alley, I guess. Again, I feel like, well, I guess he's a road runner, so he has to run on the roads, but I feel like he could just run over the sand if he really wanted to. If he really put his mind and his heart into it. Yeah, absolutely. I hope things improve for your parents. It's good that you're able to keep streaming anyway, you know. I know people have holed up at their families' places or just like different setups during this whole lockdown thing. Gotta do what you gotta do. Oops. Gotta keep an eye on his rocket shoes. Seems unfair. I guess this is like kind of the slowest race. Slowest kind of race. I think you do go a little bit faster when you jump. I missed too many seeds. Oh yeah, no worries, not alarming at all. Sent the pictures, the illusion is gone. I'll see your streams for what they are now. A magician never reveals their secrets. Right? Alright. Kind of seems more like the Roadrunner is just kind of taunting him when he waits. He's like, oh, I've gotten too far ahead of you. Hold on. I'll just wait a moment. Whoops. Oh, I was right there. Darn it. And this is probably closed now. Oh, I got one more continue. Ooh, oh, I hate that sound. Mud doesn't sound like that. I missed a bunch. Okay. My setup is a mess, just a bunch of consoles tangled together so I can play whatever I want whenever I want. Share cables as well. Yeah, I mean, the setup behind, I mean, if you want to see that, the setup behind the TV is kind of a mess. I've got like a splitter back there, a 5 input splitter. So I have like 5 different consoles plugged in at any given time. But that's behind the TV, so you don't usually see that part of it anyway. Up here I have, plugged in, I have the Switch, which I don't stream on too often, the AVS, the Wii U is set up to stream all the time, and I have another of the, oops, the Genesis Mini is set up to stream. Is that 5? Is that everything? Actually, that's just like an extra cable that somehow I'll just swap other things into it. On the GameCube, I've got the GameCube set up to stream as well. Which is not my GameCube, it's Cora's GameCube, but that one I confiscated or pressed into service. Primarily because I wanted to stream Game Boy games off of it. But now we're doing Eternal Darkness. And I'm gonna get back to Luigi's Mansion. So I started the Luigi's Mansion stream on my Wii, I think, and then the Wii drive died. That is very satisfying. I think I need a better seat for gaming if I'm up here, because when I'm sitting and streaming, I'm kind of sitting up, and my back gets kind of, so I don't have any support here. And Cora's saying I should get like a sort of a cushion, I guess, for the back. So I might look into doing that. Oops. I could just sit in a chair, I guess. Alright, I did get some points there. Special bonuses. Okay. I like to believe my stuff is organized. I really dig out the consoles as I use them, save from the ones I use all the time. But I kind of like the idea of having a schedule, because I can always do a surprise stream anytime. Yeah. Yeah, one schedule stream a week. Same. Having to do writing or, you know, hang out with family or watch things. I can only pretty much set aside one night a week for sure, and then if I can also do Friday or Saturday, then that's a bonus, and then if I can fit some other ones in during the week, then great. Japanese Saturn. Oh, cool. Display your gaming stuff. That's cool. And my son's been moving from game to game, and I don't want to... I kind of want to encourage him to stick with something, especially because he keeps asking us to buy new games. Why would we need to buy new games? But, you know, at the same time, I do buy new games, and I also switch between different games. But I usually go back to them, but I don't know. 7 consoles, 11 computers. Yeah, I can't even count everything that we have. And plus, we have stuff in boxes and things like that. Goose and Game Room tour videos. I mean, my game room is not a game room, but I could show you what I've got. For whatever that is worth. Now, I should be able to get through here. Because I've done it before. But this is definitely a harder version of this stage. Oh, you would think I'd be able to get him to blow up on that thing. But no. Okay. Fine. Does he just follow the same pattern, or is he lining up with me? Or does it just seem like he's lining up with me because he's following the same pattern? That didn't work. You want to see more Alf? Yeah, Megadan's Game Room Tour is really cool, and Captain Knowledgeable is pretty neat. Do I have more Alf? I don't know if I do have more Alf. Got an Alf puppet. What the? Oh, my controller literally just did some weird input thing. Okay, as much as I love this controller, sometimes you have issues with wireless controllers, and it has nothing to do with... It's usually just some kind of like random interference, or I was probably like holding it behind something. So much for that. Is that the end? I think that was the end. Yep, that's it. Alright, am I gonna keep going? It's 11:30. Oh gosh! Got rid of 2 desktops. Oh yeah, I need to get the laptop recommendation that you had. I don't know if I'm gonna buy a new computer, but I'm definitely gonna do the research. Have all your old Nintendo Powers by your folks? Can't find Volume 2 on eBay. Oh, you're the one who was looking for Volume 2. I saw someone just picked it up recently. I think it was Ghetto Gamer just got it. And for some reason I thought he was the one who'd been asking for it. That's the one with Simon's Quest, right? With holding up Dracula's head. Oh no, sorry Thardalus. That's sad. I have to say I'm glad my mom kept up with the Nintendo Power subscriptions, even though I'm sure it was a hardship. You're looking for the Simon's Quest Nintendo Power also? I checked, I don't have it. I checked. And you know, I found I looked it up online because there was a PDF. I looked up the PDF. You can get the PDFs for free, you know, and they're really low res because I wanted to look at their coverage of Zelda 2, and they look pretty bad. And it's not as cool flipping through a PDF as is the old Nintendo Powers. I still have like I have a lot of my childhood ones. I didn't keep all of them. I kept the ones that had like games in them that I was particularly interested in, or that I had, or the ones that I sort of had a memory about. Like some of the magazine issues just are more memorable than others. And then a friend of mine, so I had to clear out a bunch of them when my mom was moving, and I didn't have the space for the magazines myself. And then a friend of mine was also getting rid of some, and I inherited some of his as well. I would not say no to a full collection of Nintendo Power, at least the NES era. But yeah, they take up space. So I don't think we're going to play another game tonight. I think we end up sticking with this one long enough that this can just be the stream. But I will play Samurai Pizza Cats another night, or some other wacky game. I'm following Indie Gamer Chick on Twitter. She typically does indie game reviews. She does really good ones. She has like a very different perspective from like a lot of game reviewers, and she's very snarky and irreverent, I think is a good way to describe her. And anyway, she's tackling like a lot of games in the NES library, and she does not have time for, you know, the nostalgia that I think blinds some of us to some of the flaws in these games. I mean, granted, I fully recognize the flaws in a lot of these games, but hold on a second here. Game room tours are always fun. Yeah, I love my ugly. You love your ugly little Castlevania 64. Huh. Home running the AC a lot. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't have my AC on last week, because I just wanted to try to save on some electricity for a little bit. But it's also pretty high when I'm heating the apartment as well. Also, I actually had intended to talk about, I don't know if you guys have seen Megadan's divisive video today, where he was railing against people who use save states in games and walkthroughs. I'm exaggerating a bit. Actually, he was a very sensible argument. It was very interesting. It's just an interesting topic of discussion. His perspective on it is that if you immediately go to a walkthrough, you know, that this is going to, I think, in essence, weaken your character. Or it's just going to make you more prone to look for easy solutions or easy ways out of things in life, as opposed to sticking with the struggle, as opposed to like trying to do like a no-death run of Battletoads, for instance. And same thing with save states, I guess. And to some degree, I wouldn't think of it as in terms of that so much. I think I have a more positive. I think that's he's always pretty positive, but my spin on it is that if you learn to be persistent in video games and put in the time to practice them, that it will make you. It will make you. I won't say like a better person, but it'll make it easier for you to be productive and persistent in other things in life. I think it's the same argument, but from two different angles. And like some time ago, I think I wrote an article about how playing Nintendo games prepared me to be a writer, because writing. Wow, I'm doing really poorly there because I'm talking. Because writing, publishing your writing, getting published requires both persistence and patience, and a lot of people won't stick with it. Like they can't handle rejection, or they're not interested in rejection. They're not interested in putting in the work and revising something 7 or 8 times, or however many times it takes, putting in the work to send things out to agents or publishers. And but my mindset has always been to just stick with it. You put in the work, and hopefully if you work hard enough at it and you practice, get better at writing, then you'll hopefully succeed. It's not a given. But anyway, and I think he's kind of saying the same thing in a way. But I tend to not want to look at walkthroughs because I don't like spoilers for things. I want to try to figure things out for myself. And if the game is fair, then I should be able to manage without the walkthrough. But I'm playing Zelda 2, and I finally had to look something up because I missed something and I had no clue. And I think I could have. See, and this is where the distinction is now that I'm older and I have more, quote, adult responsibilities. I don't have the time to put into these games as much. So this walkthrough, the Zelda 2, I got stuck. I was like, I could just keep wandering around, and I'll probably eventually figure this thing out. I'll find it. But I could also just save myself like a week of gaming, getting to play for like 1 or 2 hours at a stretch over the course of several days, when I could just look it up, because I'm sure I've missed something, and the clues that they're giving me are not helping me. And in fact, the thing that I was missing a magic container. I don't think there is a clue to find that magic container, so I finally had to just like look it up. And I felt bad about it, but then I also felt good because the game was fun again, and I didn't have to waste all that time. Alright, here. Megadan uses Game Genie. Yeah. Almost done with the screenplay. Excellent. I don't give a thumb. That's great. Copyright it? Like putting it in an envelope and mailing it to yourself? That's how I learned to copyright stuff to yourself. So Thala says, I think it's important to develop persistence, but there's a question of whether that is a muscle that is developed by use or a resource that is exhausted by use. That's interesting. There's also the issue that I have stuff to do that isn't grind a game. I should probably use that time to like read papers or something. That's fair as well. I tend to resort to things like that because it's a matter of time. So, and also like save states. Like if I will use a save state if I have mastered like the first 5 levels of a game, and I know I can get through those 5 levels every single time without any problem, and then the tricky thing is getting to level 6 and then not being able to practice well enough in level 6 because I then have to redo the first 5 levels. And having a limited schedule, you know, having a limited amount of time in which to game, I could just do a save state and just pick up from level 6. I know I can get to level 6. I've done it before, like 50,000 times. So why do I keep doing it? And then, you know, then sure, once I beat the game, once I figure it out, if I really feel like it, I'll do a legit run of it, and then I'll just do a straight run of it. But you know, it's not entirely authentic. But a lot of these older games, you know, people usually will say that these older games were not made for, certainly not made for adults, but they also had flaws that were designed to extend the challenge artificially. So, anything you can do to kind of even the balance, right? Anyway, what do you guys think? Megadan's video is interesting. I kind of like his little series. He's doing these series of, like, what's on Megadan's mind? And it's just interesting. He's just, like, dishing his perspectives on things. Yeah, so I don't give a thumb. Like, the mailing the thing to yourself is, like, kind of what they call the poor man's copyright, I think. You have to mail it to yourself with, like, a certified... Make it certified and, like, keep it sealed in the envelope, and then that's proof that you mailed it to yourself at a certain date. But I also saw that, and certainly don't put copyright on the cover page, because if you send that to like a spec script to somebody, and it has that on there, like, they might actually be offended, because it's really what you're saying is, I don't want you to steal this, I think you might steal this. Now, of course, they might steal it, but most of the time that's not going to happen, I think. First draft is always trash. Absolutely. I call those vomit drafts or 0 drafts, and I usually don't show them to anyone. The first draft is when I've actually had the time to go back and revise it. And it still probably is trash, you're right, for a couple revisions anyway. Omega Ace says, that's a valid point. I feel that way when I have an audience. If I find myself wandering aimlessly for more than 40 minutes, I need to consider my viewers' time. Yeah, that's a fair point. That's why I try to choose what games I'm going to stream. Like, I knew I wasn't going to stream Zelda 2 because everyone's seen it. And I knew I would just be wandering around for ages. I felt bad streaming Super Metroid and even Maniac Mansion because I knew that there was just going to be a lot of me wandering around trying to figure stuff out. And part of that is I think it's boring. Part of it is I feel extra pressure because I also sometimes feel stupid, like when I'm playing a game and everybody knows what you're supposed to do. I spent like 100 hours of The Witcher in menus. No one wants to see the inventory management game. Yeah, and I don't play a lot of RPGs in general, but if I do, I probably wouldn't play anything that's too grind heavy. Unless you have a good chat going and good conversation, then that'll fill the time, right? 0 draft sounds more pleasant. More pleasant than vomit draft. Some of Zelda 2 is good to stream because of the action, but Zelda 2 in particular is a lot of killing enemies to grind and wander around, you know, figure things out. So I feel like that's not as entertaining. Same reason I didn't stream Blaster Master. There's a lot of wandering around and tracking things. Surprised I played this for more than an hour, Lit Gaming. Me too. I really thought I was just gonna stop, but it's okay. He says as he dies. I'm gonna have to look up stuff about the arcade game because I'm definitely curious about it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap pretty soon as well. I need to get up early tomorrow, so I should be working on a story that's due this weekend. Which is not quite done yet. And I've just had a really busy week. My job, my day job is I work for the Patient Safety Authority in Pennsylvania, and we just launched a new issue of our journal today. And that's such a time-consuming prospect that it's just been really, really busy week. And then my evenings are pretty much lost most of the time. So I can't really do anything until about 10 or 11 o'clock most nights. And then, what happens is I'm too tired to write. But also, Cora and I have been getting up earlier to exercise in the morning. She just started a new job, so that means we have to get up at like 5:30 to exercise. And yeah, so I've just been more tired lately as well, just because I'm definitely getting less sleep. Hold on a second here. Topics of conversation was so good today. I didn't care which games you were watching. Yeah, I think, thank you. And yeah, and actually, yes, thank you all for being so interesting to talk to and for hanging out. Because that makes all the difference sometimes. It doesn't matter what we're playing necessarily. I mean, Rampage, I had a really good time with the Rampage stream, even though that's a pretty dreadful game. The new DuckTales, I love the new DuckTales. It's very, very good. It's different from the original, and you won't find anybody who's more committed to the original than me. But I appreciate its own merits, and I think it's very well written. It's very well acted, and the animation style, while it's different, or the character designs, while they're different, the animation is great. And I love the fact that the creators are all obviously huge fans and huge nerds for the original Disney Afternoon. And so there've been a lot of terrific callbacks to shows, and you know, it's been very fun to watch. I highly recommend it. If you have Disney Plus, you should check it out. So I think what I'm gonna do is, whoops, I'm gonna let the coyote catch me. Is when we run out of continues on this run, we'll see what the time is, and if I still want to stream, I might try another run on Nightmare on Elm Street. I've been trying to practice that one. To write, you really need time and energy. Yes, and I need to not be sleepy. I should go to bed. I'm gonna go stream Witcher now. Cool. Awesome. Feel free to drop a link to your channel. I don't give a thumb, because it's harder to follow people now on YouTube. And I don't know if Mazin's planning to stream again. I think you were streaming earlier today. But if somebody's planning to stream after me, then you should go and raid them. So yeah, mention if you're streaming it tonight. Well, who else is streaming right now anyway? Whoops. Crap. Oh, you're not streaming it. Oh, ha, your sense of humor. I was not paying attention there. Manage inventory. You should stream it. I streamed a little bit of Remnant from the Ashes, and that didn't seem like a good game to stream, just because there's a lot of reading text, and probably also like wandering around and me dying. But it's a pretty game. And more people should play it. I think it's on Xbox Gamer Pass. Sorry, an ant was crawling in my hand, so I got distracted there. I think it's on Xbox Game Pass if you have that. But we bought the game. I need to get back to that. Yes. Yep. There's a lot less text in Remnant once you get past the tutorial. Okay. But there's a lot of lore and stuff, right? So in case you guys don't know, Adam is the main. I'd say he's the main writer of the game. And I think you just said you wrote some DLC as well, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I need to. I have a hard time getting back into like longer games that I've been playing, just because it's so much easier to play a retro game and just kind of maybe finish it after a couple days or a couple weeks or whatever. And some of those longer games take, 100 hours. I just realized I haven't really played much Animal Crossing tonight, so I need to actually probably pop on there and look for my money tree. Or rather, look for my money rock, and then, like, bury a money tree. It's like Animal Crossing's become a job. Gotta check in every day. Keep my villagers happy. Especially, like, Cora's been buying turnips, and she needs me to sell them for her because she's at work during the day. Whoops. If anybody has good turnip prices this week, let me know, please. Just lost the connection there for a second on the controller. I discovered that this controller, if it's like behind something of sufficient density, I lose connection to the receiver. But if if it's got an unobstructed view, it's pretty solid. Which means it's only slightly better than the Acclaim wireless controllers, I think, from back in the day. But I like it. I think I'm gonna get the 8BitDo new wireless controller when that comes out. Don't have to read the lore, but it's lore. and if I know the person who wrote the lore, I'm gonna read the lore. Subject 2923 DLC. If you like Western action RPGs. Play Bloodborne. Alright, let's see how we're doing here. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, I should probably not stream anything else after this. I should go to sleep. But, oh, nuts. But, I'm planning to stream on Saturday, sometime during the day. Unfortunately, we lined up some errands on Saturday, but I'm guessing I probably will start around noon or so. I'll certainly tweet about my schedule when I know it. And I still don't know entirely what I'm going to stream, but I'm leaning towards streaming Leaning towards streaming the homebrew game Lizard, which I've been saving for a while, and I think it would be nice to just kind of get into it. It might end up being more of a variety stream. That's going to be a game where you wander around a lot. But if it, you know, if we need to keep things interesting, I'll switch some games around. So that'll be a rare daytime stream. I think it will be fun. I can't quite tell what makes him catch you, because I've been overlapping with him several times, and it doesn't seem to have affected anything. Oh, no, it got me there. Yes, it is my birthday on Saturday. I did not do a birthday stream last year, I realized, because I streamed on that Wednesday, which was the 19th, and I just kind of did some birthday stream stuff after that. The year before, I did Twin Dragons. What the heck? And that was fun. I could also do, like, I'm just thinking about playing through some games that I didn't get very far there. Why am I even using a continue? Games I've been putting off for a while. Like Holy Diver. I could play Holy Diver. But then I also don't want to play anything, like, super punishing, because it's my birthday. Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout. I actually wouldn't mind trying to finish that game. Hey, Disney Dame. Welcome. Yeah, I'm still at it. I'm still playing this. It's actually pretty good. Dark Souls with guns. Remnant is a lot of fun even if you die a lot. Yeah, you know, I haven't tried playing with friends yet. Maybe once I get back into it, if you want to give it a try sometime, Adam. If our internet connections can support that. And our time zone difference. Oh no! Nuts. Finally have a computer that can handle Remnant again. Oh, cool. Can you do crossplay though with the Xbox? Because we have it in the Xbox 360. I'm not confident our computer can play it. But I'd be willing to give it a try. Actually, what gaming computer did you get, Adam, if you don't mind saying? I don't really have a dedicated gaming computer, but I think when I get my next laptop, I might want that because I think it would make it easier to stream, but then also, and play games. But then also because, like, the main reason I got this laptop is I have an Ultrabook. The main reason I got it is because I was still taking it out of the house a lot, and also planning to move it around the house a lot because I got it, like, shortly after my son was born. and I just knew I'd need to be very mobile, so I got an Ultrabook. But, I mean, even aside from the pandemic, I haven't really been leaving the house all that often, or even moving around the house all that often, so it's sort of less critical to have something that is super mobile. So I still would prefer to have a laptop for the mobility, but I don't need it to be super light or anything like that. But I think having something with a little more power would be nicer for streaming, for sure. Like, I'm still kind of surprised that I'm able to stream with this thing. Got an ROG Strix. ROG Strix. Okay, I'll have to look that up. I think Remnant handles crossplay. Asus is a good brand. Yeah, the one that I have is actually an Asus right now. My Ultrabook. And I liked Acer. I had an Acer. I still have it, but it's very old. I had a pretty good Acer gaming laptop. At least I had a dedicated, like, GPU, which was pretty cool for a laptop. I actually ended up getting that specifically so I could play Star Trek Online. And then I ended up not sticking with Star Trek Online for very long, just because, you know, well, it's online, and it wasn't quite the game that I wanted it to be. But, yeah, I have a hard time playing games that require coordinating schedules with other people. Like, as much as I love Left 4 Dead 2, it's always kind of hard to get a bunch of people together to play it. Oh, ROG is Asus's gamer brand. Okay, okay. Cool. Now it all makes sense. Space Jam 2? Wait, didn't they make a Space Jam 2 already? Or is that just a similar movie? Is that an actual thing? Is that really happening? Yeah, the chat has been doing that all night. There's something going on with YouTube and or Streamlabs. I can't tell you what, but apparently several folks here tonight have had an issue with it. Your ears perk up every time someone says Acer. Yes, Omega Acer. Are you a good gaming laptop, Omega Ace? Well, you just built a computer, right? So you built a desktop, I guess. And you're enjoying that, right? That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Omega Ace's channel yet, like, please do. Feel free to drop somebody to drop his link in the comments there, or the chat. He's been streaming on Mondays and Fridays, and he's on a Castlevania kick, so he just streamed Haunted Castle and Castlevania 3 on Monday, and that was always fun. Always have a good time in Omega's channel, and he's got some really nice overlays. He's like really jazzed up the stream, trying to make us all look bad. So go and take a look at that. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. My interest in this is beginning to wane a little bit, but I still think it's pretty neat. So I don't think I would have kept playing it for this long. But then also I'm just enjoying the chat too, so I don't necessarily need to be playing anything more involved. Oops. Darn it. Can't wait for your unboxing, Omega. What are you unboxing? Remnant didn't have crossplay as late as April, so unless it's planned for some update, that might be a no-go. I'll have to check out our desktop and see if it can play it. I suspect it probably can't, but I'll give it a try. But we'll see how it goes. You don't think any of the mods have your link? I think you can just add it, and you should feel free to do that if you like. I don't think I block links, and if it's blocked, I think someone can unblock it. I think people are allowed to post links in my channel. I'm not sure. Yeah, try adding it first. I think it'll work. Oh no, what am I doing? Okay. Is anyone planning on getting the Namco arcade, no, is it archives? Namco Museum Archives? I don't know what they're calling it now. But they're releasing on Switch tomorrow, I think. And they look pretty good. It's a bunch of NES and Famicom games, some of which have never been released in the US. One of the collections has Splatterhouse Wampaka Graffiti, which I love. It's basically a chibi version of Splatterhouse. Really funny. Pretty, I'd say it's pretty easy, but it's got some challenging parts to it. And they got like the Dragon Slayer games in there or something like that. Not Dragon Quest. Dragon Slayer, I think. It didn't pan out? Oh. Weird. It should show up though, I would think, as or maybe it just blocks you from posting it. I would address that, except I have a hard time multitasking on my computer while I'm streaming. Oops, I was trying to dodge his rocket shoes. I feel like it's too much work for everyone else at this point. He is on Twitter. Do you have your YouTube channel linked on Twitter? I probably also need to add some more mods. Okay. Level 5, level 6 I guess we made it to. Level 6 might be our crowning achievement for the night. Alright, was that it? Was that my last continue? I think perhaps it was. Nope, I've got one left. Putting a poll for Friday. I was just thinking about switching over, but I'm not going to do that right now. Actually, 1 second here. Can we modify anything from here on my phone? Because I could probably just post it here. Alright, give me 1 second here. Omega. Share. Copy link. Alright. Think that's gonna work? The good thing is we'll get this link posted like 4 times because it's just going to repeat, right? Alright, let's see if that worked. I thought I did. I mean, I'm like on YouTube on my channel trying to post a comment. Oh, you know what? I made it a comment, but it didn't go. Is it a post? Maybe I made it a post instead of a live comment. Yeah, I think I screwed up and made it a post. So it might be in the video as a post. Haha. Wow, how does this even work? Oh, here it needs to be in the live chat. There we go. I posted it to the as a comment. There we go. That should do it. Twitter is very user friendly. Anyway, so for all that, now everyone needs to go follow him, subscribe, like, etc., etc. This music reminds me of. Did you guys ever watch? Some of you guys probably watched it. You Can't Do That on Television, on Nickelodeon. I feel like they use this music a lot on that show in some of their skits. How many levels in this game? I hear it might be infinite, but I'm not sure. My thumb is actually getting very, very sore and tired right now, just because of this game is very intense on the directional pad. So it's good that we're wrapping up soon. Okay. Guys, have anything fun going on this week? Anything interesting? We're gonna get a car inspection. That's gonna be exciting. We're gonna get really amazing Chinese food for my birthday. That'll be cool. What else is happening this week? Oh yeah, I've got a writing deadline. Woo! Oops. Nuts. Hold on a second here. I've been messing around with OBS and stream elements. Yeah. Don't give a thumb. Yeah, the whole setup thing takes time. I didn't put a lot of effort into. I don't think I have stream. I only have stream chat, Streamlabs or whatever. But I didn't set up all that stuff. For a while, I was on the Nightbot train, and I was setting up all sorts of things in there. And then Nightbot became annoying, and I retired Nightbot. I didn't really even like using Nightbot to promote things, so Nightbot had to go. Whoa, what the? Oh, is that lemonade? I think I got lemonade just then. But I still ran out of birdseed. That was cute though, because is it Roadrunner or she? I actually don't know. Roadrunner did a little, like, dipping bird motion to drink that lemonade. Whoops. Well, that was exciting. That's like the high note to end on. Level 6, drink some lemonade. Good times. Get out of here, Roadrunner. Get out of here fast. No. No. You ran right into his clutches. Alright. Oh my gosh, there's a lot more rocks. And there's like lemonade. Oh boy, this isn't good. Oh, you made it. Sweet. Drink 1 lemonades. Alright, level 7. New best score here. Busted out the backlight. Oh yeah, you mentioned Big Family. Don't speak ill of Nightbot. He gave me a free book. It's true. It was a good note for him to go out on. Lucky 7 hype. Yeah, we'll see. I think this is my last continues, so. Yeah, this is interesting. Whoa, I don't know how I did that, but I kind of ran through it. Oh geez, this is gonna be rough. Oh crap. As if that wasn't hard enough as it was. Alright, let's see. Any more continues? Nope, that's it. Alright, I think we're done. I'm gonna silence this. That's a little annoying. Okay, well thank you folks. This was super fun. Had a really good time hanging out. I didn't even drink all of my LaCroix. Well. Hey Cap, suddenly appears out of nowhere. How you doing? It would be great if Beep Beep and Coyote could just take things out. Yeah, right? Well, that was pretty good. I had a pretty good time with that. I will play more of this game sometime. And I had a good time hanging out with all of you, so thank you for coming by. I hope... Oh, thank you, Omega Ace. I look forward to this every week. This is kind of the highlight of my week, my Wednesday night stream. just getting to hang out and play a Nintendo game. No matter how busy things get, I always at least make time for the stream. So it's been fun. Thank you, Thoughtless. So have a good rest of the week, folks. I don't know if I'm streaming on Friday night because, again, I have this deadline. I probably should work on it. Saturday I'll definitely have a daytime stream, and I might be able to fit another stream in before next week. Next Wednesday we are playing. Right, so this is Roadrunner. I think we're playing Robocop. I think Robocop is up next. So I think that's an Ocean game, and I think Ocean is kind of on the same level as LJN in a lot of ways. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think I've I'll tell Trinity Vixen about Robocop for sure. I don't own the other Robocop games, but sometimes on these streams I'll just run like the sequels on the EverDrive just as a comparison. Like I have a Car Warriors 1 and 2, and I just used the Car Warriors 3 on the EverDrive, so maybe we'll check out the other Robocop games, just kind of see how they are, because I don't actually own any of them, aside from the first one. But yeah, that's a good tip, Mprox. I'll let her know. All right, folks. So yes, hugs, high fives, all manner of happy, all socially distant high fives, and yeah, have a good rest of the week and a weekend if I don't see you, but hopefully I will see you on Saturday. I'll be streaming for probably a few hours at least, I think in the afternoon. And yeah, thanks again. It's been a good time. All right, take care, folks. Good night. Bye-bye.